Hi, welcome to another episode of TG's School of Mathematics. I hope you are enjoying my class, and this is part 5 of sequence and series. Part 6 of sequence and series. We already covered some past question papers, and today we are going to do from November 2014 sequence and series question. November 2014. Question number 2. Okay, so before we watch this lesson, please download the question from the description box, or if you have November 2014 question paper, you can take that one. So anyway, it's better to have a hard copy like this before you watch this lesson. Okay, so let's start. Question number 2, November 2014. Question number 2, 2.1. What is that question? Given the arithmetic series 2 plus 9 plus 16 plus etc. So there is an arithmetic series given 2 plus 9 plus 16 plus etc. And it is given that in this series there are 251 terms. Total there are 251 terms are there. Okay, 2 plus 9 plus 16 plus etc. Okay, so what is the first question? 2.1. Write down the fourth term of the series. So don't forget that it is given in the question that this one is an arithmetic series. So if it is an arithmetic series, what is the common difference here? 9 minus 2, that is 7. 16 minus 9, that is also 7. 16 minus 9 is 7. Okay, so this is an arithmetic series. Okay, so how can you find the next term or the fourth term? 2.1. 2 plus 7, that is 9. 9 plus 7, that is 16. So how can you find the fourth term? 16 plus there is also 7. That means 16 plus 7, that is 23. So it means that the fourth term we can write as T4, that is the fourth term, is equal to 23. So because here it is 23, 16 plus 7 is 23. Okay, so that is question number 2.1. Now let's go to question number 2.2. Calculate the 251st term of the series. You have to find the 251st term. That means you can see that 251st is the last term, because in the question it is given that there are 251 terms are here. Okay, so it means that you have to find the last term or 251st term, last term or 251st term. Okay, so this is an arithmetic series. So what is the general term? Tn. Tn is equal to, a formula, a plus n minus 1 into d. So you have to find the 251st term. So T 251. So 251 is equal to a plus, what is the first term? A stands for first term. 2 plus 250, n is 251, because we have to find the 251 the term, minus 1 into d. What is d here? D is 7. Okay, so this is 2 plus 250 times 7. So you can check in your calculator what is the answer. Here the answer is 1752. So it means that 251 the term is 1752. Okay, now let's go to the next question, question number 2.3. Question number 2.3. Express the series in sigma notation. You have to express that series in sigma notation. So if you want to express that one in sigma notation, first you have to find the general term. Okay, so what is the general equation once more? In question number 2.2 we already wrote that formula, a plus n minus 1 into d. So Tn is equal to, what is the first term? That is 2. 2 plus n minus 1 into d is, common difference is 7. Okay, so Tn is equal to 2 plus 7 into n. 7 times n is 7n. 7 times minus 1 is minus 7. So what is Tn? Tn is equal to 7n minus 5. So here we have an expression for the nth term, or Tn. Tn is equal to 7n minus 5. But what is our question? You have to express this series, the given question, in a sigma notation. So here how many terms are there? There are 251 terms are there. So how can you write that one in sigma notation? Sn is equal to sigma, let me say k. Okay, instead of n, let me say k. K is equal to 1 to, how many terms are there? 251 terms. Okay, it doesn't matter k or n. Okay, so if you write n is equal to, then we can write like this itself. Okay, just to avoid the confusion, let me erase this k, and because here we wrote n like that. Okay, so here also let me write n. So n is equal to 1 to 251. How do you get this 251? Because in the question it is given that there are 251 terms. Okay, so now this one is you have to write 7n minus 5. So this is the 7n minus 5 is, we already found the general term for this series, that is 7n minus 5. So what is the sigma notation? Sigma n is equal to 1 to 251, 7n minus 5. Okay, let's go to next question, question number 2.4. Question number 2.4. Calculate the sum of the series. You have to find the, question number 2.4. You have to find the sum of this series. Okay, how can you find the sum of that series? What type of sequence is this? This is an arithmetic sequence. In an arithmetic sequence, what is the formula to find the sum? Sn is equal to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the formula to find the sum of an arithmetic sequence. Okay, so here we know there how many terms are there. How many terms are here in this sequence? It is given in the question. There are 251 terms, and here this question, look at question number 2.4. calculate the sum of the series. You have to find the sum of this series. We know that there are 251 terms. So what is the value of n? 251. Okay, so s of 251 is equal to n by 2. 251 divided by 2 into 2 into a. What is a stands for? First term. Here what is the first term? It is 2. Okay, so it is 2 times 2 plus n minus 1, that is 251 minus 1 into d. What is the common difference? That is 7. Okay, so now take your calculator and try to find the answer of this one. So it is 251 divided by 2 into 4 plus 251 minus 1 is 250. So it is 250 times 7. Okay, so take your calculator and try to find the answer of this one. So in your calculator you will get 220,127. So it means that sum of the first 251 terms in this series is 220,127. That is question number 2.4. Okay, now let's go to question number 2.5. Question number 2.5. What is the question? How many terms in this series are divisible by 4? You have to find how many terms in this series are divisible by 4. How can you find that one? Before I start doing this one, Okay, what is our series? Let's write the series once more. 2 plus the same series, 2 plus 9 plus 16 plus 23 plus etc. And what is the last term? How many terms are here? 251 terms. And look at question number 2.2. We already know what is the 251th term. What is the answer in that question? Look at question number 2.2. Calculate the 251th term of the series. So what is the answer? You got that in question number 2.2. Your answer was 1752. So it means that we know the last term, that is 1752. Okay. So now how can you find the, here you have to find the how many terms in the series are divisible by 4. You have to find how many terms are divisible by 4 in this series. Okay. So from this series, which one is the first term divisible by 4? 2 is not divisible by 4. Am I right? 9 is 4 times 2 8, 4 times 3 12. So 9 is not divisible by 4. Then 16 is divisible by 4 because 16 divided by 4 is 4. Okay, so in this series, first term that is divisible by 4 is 16. Okay, now 23 is not divisible by 4. Okay, what is the next term? You can use your calculator. Here what is the common difference? 7 is the common difference. Am I right? Okay, so yeah, common difference is 7. So what is the next term? 23 plus 7, that is 30. 30 is not divisible by 4, you know that. Okay, then next term 30 plus 7, 37, that is also not divisible by 4. Then 37 plus 7, 44. Yes, that 44 is divisible by 4. 44 divided by 4 is 11. Okay, so next term is 44 plus, then what is the next term? 44 plus 7. 44 plus 7 is 51, but that 51 is not divisible by 4. Then 51 plus 7, 58. Is that 58 divisible by 4? 58 divided by 4, 18. No, it's not divisible by 4. Next 58 plus 7. What is this 7? It's a common difference. Okay, and you know it's arithmetic sequence, plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 is going like that. Okay, 58 plus 7, 65. Is 65 divisible by 4? No, it's not divisible by. Then next one, 65 plus 7, that is 72. I think that one is divisible by 4. 72 divided by 4. What is 72? 72 divided by 4. 72 divided by 4 is 1, 32, 8, 18. So it means that 72 is divided by 4. So after this 44, next number is 72 plus etc. What is the last number? 1752. Is that 1752 divided by 4? Check in your calculator what is the answer you are getting. If you are not getting a decimal number, then it means that it is divisible by 4. So 17 divided by 4, 1, 15, 32, 438. It means that this last number 1752 is also divisible by 4. So it means the last number is 1752. So we got a new series that the numbers are divisible by 4. So what are the numbers? What is our new series? 16, 44, 72, etc., 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 up to 1752. Okay, now here we have to find how many terms are there. Okay, so 16 plus 44 plus 72 plus etc. Here how many terms are there? Oh sorry, what is the last term in this series? We know that the last term is this 1752 itself. Am I right? Okay, so look at we can apply we have to find how many terms are there, that is the question. Okay, so let's say Tn is equal to, what about this series? Before I write Tn, what about this series? Is it a arithmetic or a geometric or a quadratic? Let's check. What is this 44 minus 16? 44 minus 16, I don't know. 26, 36, 46, 28, 40, 72 minus 44, 54, 64, 74. There is also, it's 28. Okay, that means there is a common difference here. So it is an arithmetic series. So what is the nth term formula? Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. And here what is the question? We have to find how many terms are here. Okay, so it means that you have to find the value of n. And what is this Tn? Tn stands for the nth term or the last term. Luckily in this sequence or this series we know what is the last term, that is 1752. So substitute that one. 1752 is equal to a plus, what is our a? It is 16. Don't think that this 2 is our a. We are no longer using this series. We got another series. The numbers in that series are divisible by 4. So what is the first term? 16. So it is 16 plus n minus 1, that is what we want to find, n minus 1. What is the common difference in this series? It is 28. So it is 28. So we have to simplify this one. 1752 is equal to 16. 28 into n is 28n. 28 times minus 1 is minus 28. So we can leave this 28n on the right side and take this 16 to this side and this minus 28 also to this side. Okay, so here there is a 28n there and I am going to take this one to this side. So it is 1752 minus 16, then this one plus 28. So check in your calculator what is the answer for that one. So 28n, I wrote this one first. 28n is equal to, I don't know what is the answer, you can check in your calculator. Okay, so the answer in the calculator is 1764. So from here, how can you find the value of n? You divide both the sides with 28. So n is equal to 1764 divided by 28. What is the answer? You can check in your calculator. 6 you can check in your calculator. I think it's 63. Okay, 1 second there, let me confirm. Okay, so n is equal to 63. So how many terms are in this series? There are 63 terms. Okay, that is question number 2.5. Okay, now let's go to question number 3. Question number 3, 3.1. Given the quadratic sequence minus 1, minus 1, comma, minus 7, comma, minus 11, comma, p, comma, etc. So it is given in the question that this one is a quadratic sequence. Okay, this is question number 3, the same year, number 2014. Okay, what is question number 3.1.1? First question, 3.1.1. Write down the value of p. You have to find the value of this p. How can you find that one, guys? Okay, so what we can do is this question number 3.1.1. let me erase this one. You know that in a quadratic sequence the second difference are the same. Okay, so let's try to find the second difference. This is the first difference. What is the first difference? Minus 7 minus 7 minus minus 1. This is plus, So minus 7 plus 1 is minus 6. Then next one, minus 11 minus 7. So what is answer? Minus 11 plus 7. So there the answer is minus 4. Then next one is p minus minus 11. That means it is p plus 11. Now let's find the second difference. What is the second difference here? Minus 4 minus 6. That means minus 4 plus 6. Check in your calculator. The answer is 2. Then the next one, p plus 11 minus 4. So what is that? P plus 11 minus is plus. So it is p plus 11 plus 4. That means p plus 11 plus 4 is 15. Okay. So it means that second difference is, first one is 2 and the other one we got as p plus 15. And what you studied in the class? In a quadratic sequence, it is given in the question that this one is a quadratic sequence. And what you studied in a quadratic sequence, the second difference are the same or second difference are equal. Okay. So here second difference are equal means these two are, this is the second difference. Okay. So it means that these two are equal. So how can you write 3.1.1? Second difference are equal. That means 2 is equal to p plus 15. Am I right? Okay. So take this 15 to this side. So it is here on this side it is p and here it is 2 minus 15. So what is 2 minus 15? Minus 13 is equal to p, or we can say value of p is minus 13. So what is answer? P is equal to minus 13. That means minus 1, minus 7, minus 11 and the next one is minus 13. Okay. Okay, now let's go to the next question, question number 3.1.2. What is that question? So don't forget that the value of p is minus 13. What is the next question, guys? Determine the nth term of the sequence. You have to find the nth term of this sequence. Okay, so what is the nth term? This is a quadratic sequence. Okay, 3.1.2. Since this one is a quadratic sequence, what is the formula to find the nth term? Tn is equal to an square plus bn plus c. This is the formula to find the nth term of a quadratic sequence. Okay, so here we have to find the value of this a, b and c. Okay, so what is the method? Do you remember that one? Okay, how can you find the value of a, b and c? You have to call this second difference as 2a. So 2a is equal to 2. This first difference as 3a plus b. I think all of you know this one. Okay, second difference you have to call 3a plus b is equal to minus 6, and the given series, quadratic series, is a plus b plus c. So a plus b plus c is equal to minus 1. Okay, so let's start with this one. 2a is equal to 2. This one 2a is the second difference is equal to 2a. Okay, so from here what is a? A is equal to 2 divided by 2 and the answer is a is equal to 1. So here we got the value of a as 1. Okay, now let's take the second one. 3a plus b is equal to first difference, that is minus 6. So what is a? We already got the answer for a. A is equal to 1. So we can substitute that one. 3 into 1 plus b is equal to minus 6. So 3 into 1 is 3. So if I take this 3 to the other side, it is minus 3. So what is that one? B is equal to minus 6. 3 times 1 is 3. If you take that one to the other side, it is minus 3. So what is the value of b? B is equal to minus 9. Okay, now what we have to find? So we got the value of a and b. Now outstanding is this c. We have another equation. a plus b plus c is equal to minus 1. Okay, so now we can write that formula. A plus b plus c is equal to minus 1. That's another equation. A plus b plus c is equal to minus 1. What is a? A is 1. What is b? B is minus 9. We can substitute in that one. Okay, so what is a? A is equal to 1 plus minus 9. 1 plus minus is minus, you know that. Okay, plus c is equal to minus 1. So this plus times minus is minus. That means 1 minus 9 plus c is equal to minus 1. So what is 1 minus 9? Minus 8 plus c is equal to minus 1. Then this minus 8 you can take to the other side. So it is c is equal to minus 1 plus 8. So look at once more. This plus into minus is minus. So 1 minus 9 is minus 8 plus c is equal to minus 1. Now take this minus 8 to the other side. So it is minus 1 plus 8. That is this c. Okay, so from there, what is c? Minus 1 plus 8, that is 7. So now what is our equation? What is our equation now? It is a n square, 1 n square. There is no need to write 1 n square, that is n square. Okay, then b n. What is b? Minus 9 n plus c. What is c? 7. So what is our Tn? Tn is equal to n square minus 9n plus 7. Look at the question once more. 3.1.2. What was the question? You have to find the nth term of the sequence. So what is the nth term of the sequence? Tn is equal to n square minus 9n plus 7. Okay. Now let's go to the next question. Question number 3.1.3. Next question number 3.1.3. The first difference between two consecutive terms of the sequence is 96. What is the meaning of that question? The first difference between two consecutive terms of the sequence is 96. What is the first difference? We know how to find the first difference of this one. The given one is a quadratic sequence. How can we find the first difference? Minus 7 minus minus 1, that means minus 6. This one minus 11 minus minus 7. We already got these answers in question number previous question 3.1.1, and this one is minus 2, etc, 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 etc. So here also, now read that question. The first difference between two consecutive terms of the sequence. These are the two consecutive terms. Assume that these are the two consecutive terms. Okay, and they are saying that the first difference is this one. This is known as first difference, and the first difference is 96. You understand? So the first difference between two consecutive terms, when you subtract these two, the answer is 96. This is the first difference. Okay, and what do you want? What is the question? Question is calculate the values of these two terms. You have to find the values of these two terms. Okay, so now how can you find this one? So look at this one. This first difference, minus 6, minus 4, minus 2, etc, 96. Is it not a arithmetic sequence, this one? Am I right? Okay, so this is an arithmetic sequence of common difference. What is the common difference here? Minus 4 minus 6, that is 2. 2 is the common difference, like this. Minus 4 minus 6. Minus is plus. So minus 4 plus 6, that is 2. That means the common difference here on this arithmetic sequence is 2. Okay, so now listen here. This one is an arithmetic sequence, and assume that this 96 is the last term or nth term. Okay, and I want to find the value of n. Okay, so look at what I'm going to do. If it is an arithmetic sequence, you know the nth term, we have a formula. Tn is equal to, what is the nth term formula? Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, if it is an arithmetic sequence. Okay, so here what is Tn? Tn means the last term or the nth term. So here assume that this 96 is the nth term or last term in the sequence. Okay, so 96 is equal to a plus, sorry, we know what is a. What is a in this our sequence? Second difference, minus 6. So it is minus 6 plus n minus 1 into d. In this one we already find what is the common difference? It is 2. Okay, so from here we can find the value of n. Okay, so how can we find? 96 is equal to minus 6 plus 2 into n is 2n, 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. So this is 96 is equal to minus 6 minus 2, minus 8 plus 2n. Now take this minus 8 to the left side, so it is going to be plus. So what is that one? 96 plus 8 is equal to 2n. So it means that 2n is equal to 96 plus 8 is 104. So what is n? You divide both the sides with the 2. So 104 divided by 2, that is 52. So what is the meaning of that? The value of n is equal to 52. For what? Tn 96. That means when it is 96, the value of n is 52. Do you understand? When it is 96, the value of n is 52. It means that this 96 is the 52th term of this first difference. This is the 52th term. This 96 is the 52th term. So now you know that if this one is the 52th term, let me denote it with a small letter t, 52. Okay, so here this one is supposed to be t52 and this one is supposed to be t53. So look at this one. When you subtract 53rd term and 52nd term, you will get this t5296. Do you understand? So you subtract this number minus this one, you are supposed to get this 96. What is the value of n here? 53. What is the value of n here? 52. So t53 minus t52, that is this 96. Okay, now again look at the previous question. Question number 3.1.2. Determine the nth term of the sequence. There we got an nth term. Tn is equal to, what was answer there? N square minus 9n plus 7. We got that nth term for this sequence, the previous question. Okay, so we know that here what is the value of n? 53. Here what is the value of n? 52. So how can you find the 53th term? You have to substitute the value of n as 53. Okay, so look at this one. 53 square minus 9 into 53 plus 7. So check in your calculator what is the answer for that one. In your calculator you will get the answer as 2339. So in your calculator you will get 2339. That is the 53rd term. So 2339. Now what is the 52nd term? T52. So we can apply the same thing. Okay, this is our general formula for that sequence. Okay, so T52, that means you have to substitute the value of n as 52. So it is 52 square minus 9 into 52 plus 7. Check in your calculator, what is the answer? The answer in the calculator is 2243. So what is the meaning of that? This 52th term is 2243. So now try to subtract this to 2339 minus 2243. That means you will get the answer as 96. Okay. So listen once more that question. What is the question? The first difference between two consecutive terms of the secant. This is the first difference, and the first difference between two consecutive terms of the secants is 96. You have to find what are the values of this one. Okay, so what we did first, you know that this one is an arithmetic sequence. In an arithmetic sequence, how can you find the nth term? Tn is equal to, this is a formula to find the nth term. So we assume that 96, I am going to find which term is this one. Okay, so Tn, I substituted the value of Tn as 96 is equal to, substitute the value of A and D. Okay, then solve that one. We got n is equal to 52. So now we know that this 96 is the 52th term of this first difference. This 96 is the 52th term. So what are these two terms? This is 53 and this is 52. So T53 minus T52 gives you the answer 96. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to find what are the values of these T53 and T52. So in the previous question we got an expression for the nth term of that quadratic sequence. So in that nth term we substituted the value of n as 53 and n as 52. So we got the values of that two consecutive terms. So that is question number 3.1.3. okay. Now let's go to the next question, question number 3.2. Question number 3.2. The first three terms of a geometry sequence are 16, 4 and 1. So first three terms of a geometry sequence is 16, 4 and 1. What is the question 3.2.1? Question number 3.2.1. What is the question there? Calculate the value of the 12th term. Leave your answer in simplified exponential form. You have to find the value of 12th term or T12. Okay, so once if you have an expression like this, Tn is equal to something, then you can easily find the 12th term. How? You just substitute the value of n as 12. Okay, so my aim is to find an expression for Tn. Okay, what is Tn stands for? The nth term. Am I right? Okay, so since this one is given as a geometric sequence, or we know that this is a geometry, when you see this one, okay, how do you identify this one as a geometry sequence? If it is a geometry sequence, you can find a common ratio. How can you find that common ratio? It is T2 divided by T1. What is the answer? T2 is 4 divided by T1 is 16. What is 4 by 16? 1 over 4. Or T3 divided by T2. You can check like that also. What is T3 here? 1. So it is 1 divided by T2, that is 4, second term, that is 4. So you can see that you are getting a common ratio, and that is, what is that common ratio? R, that is 1 over 4. Okay, so what is the nth term? What is the formula to find the nth term of a geometric sequence now? Tn, you studied like this, Tn is equal to A into R raised to n minus 1. That is the formula to find the nth term of a geometric sequence. So now we can substitute the values that we know. What is A stands for the first term. What is the first term here? It is 16 into R. We already found what is the value of R, that is 1 over 4. So it is 1 over 4 raised to n minus 1. So we got an expression for Tn, that is Tn is equal to 16 into 1 over 4 raised to n minus 1. Now what is the question? Look at the question once more. Calculate the value of the 12th term. Now how can you find the 12th term? You have to substitute the value of n as 12. Therefore 12th term T12 is equal to 16 into 1 by 4 raised to n minus 1. What is the n? We want to find the value of 12th term. So it is 12 minus 1. So what is the answer here? 16 into 1 by 4 raised to 12 minus 1 is 11. Now what is this 16? 16 means is it not 4 square? 4 squared is 16. Okay, so instead of this 16 I am going to write a 4 square times this 1 over 4. You know, in grade 9 you studied 1 over 4 is the same as 4 raised to minus 1, the whole raised to this 11. Listen once more. 16 is 4 square. Then this 1 over 4, how can you write? 4 raised to minus 1. So now 4 raised to minus 1, the whole raised to 11. How can you write that one? It is 4 square into 4 raised to, you have to multiply this minus 1 and 11, that is minus 22. Okay, so now I am sorry, sorry, minus 1 times 11. What is the answer? Minus 11. Okay, so let me write the answer here. That is equal to 4 raised to, now you know the exponential rule. Here the bases are the same, okay, and it is multiplication. So you have to add the exponents. Okay, so it is, so now bases are the same, so you have to add the exponent. So it is 4 raised to 2 plus minus 11. Plus into minus is minus. So it is 4 raised to 2 minus 11, and 4 raised to 2 minus 11 is minus 9. So now look at the question once more. Calculate the value of the 12th term. Leave your answer in the simplified exponential form. So here you can see that this is an exponential form. Okay, so that is question number 3.2.1. Now let's go to the next question, 3.2.2. Question number 3.2.2. Calculate the sum of the first 10 terms of the sequence. You have to find the sum of the first 10 terms. So don't forget that here the value of R is 1 over 4. Okay, so what is the formula to find the sum of the first n terms in a geometric sequence? Don't forget that this is a geometric sequence, not an arithmetic sequence. So the formula is different. What is the formula? A into 1 minus R raised to n divided by 1 minus R. So just to substitute the values, this is a very easy question. A, what is the value of A? 16 into 1 minus, what is R? 1 over 4 raised to n divided by 1 minus R. R is 1 over 4. But here, sorry, there is a mistake here. What is the mistake? Look at the question. Calculate the sum of the first 10 terms. So it means that here you have to find the sum of the first 10 terms. Directly it is given to find the sum of the first n terms. So what is the value of n? N is equal to 10. So now take your calculator and try to find the answer of this one. In your calculator you will get 21.33. 21 comma 33, and that is the sum of the first 10 terms of this geometric sequence. Okay, now let's go to the next question, question number 3.3. Question number 3.3. What is question number 3.3? Determine the value of 1 plus 1 over 2, 1 plus 1 over 2 into 1 plus 1 over 3 into 1 plus 1 over 4 into 1 plus 1 over 5 into etc. Total how many terms are there? Up to 98 factors or 98 terms. So you have to find the value of this one. There are 98 terms like this. Okay, so how can you find this one? So it's very simple. When you see this one, maybe you will think it's something big. Okay, but it's very simple. 1 and 1 by 2, how can you write that as a fraction? 2 into 1, 2 plus 1, 3. So it is 3 over 2. So this 1 into 1 by 2 is the same as 3 over 2. Okay, then times 1 into 1 by 3. 3 into 1, 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So 4 divided by 3 times 1 into 1 by 4. 4 into 1, 4, 4 plus 1, 5. So it is 5 divided by 4 times 1 into 1, 1 plus 5. So it is 5 into 1, 5, 5 plus 1, 6. 6 divided by 4 times etc. So how many terms are there? 98 terms or 98 factors. Okay. So here what you have to understand is this is the first term. Am I right? Okay. So first term, look at the denominator. Denominator is 2. Second term, denominator is 3. Third term, denominator is 4. Sorry, here it is supposed to be 5. Okay. So for fifth term, fourth term, denominator is 5. What you can understand from that one? First term, denominator 2. Second term, denominator 3. Third term, denominator 4. Okay. So similarly, how many factors are there? 98 or 98 terms are there. Okay. So it means that if I write one more step, 3 over 2 times, 4 over 3 times, 5 over 4 times, etc. If there are 98 terms, what is in the denominator? 99. Is it not easy to understand? Okay. So if there are 98 terms, it means that the denominator is supposed to be 99. First term, denominator is 2. Second term, denominator is 3. So 98 terms, denominator is 99. Now when it is 2, what is the numerator? 3. When it is 3, denominator is 4. Okay. So when it is 99, numerator is 100. Okay. So now how can you find the answer? Look at this one. This 3 and 3 cancel. 4 and 4 cancel. Next one, 5 and 5 cancel. 6 and 6 cancel. Similarly, here you will get 99 over something, 98. Okay. That 99 and 99 cancel. So what is remaining? Numerator, it is only going to be 100 remaining, and the denominator, all of this one cancel, and the remaining is only this 2. So it is 100 divided by 2. So what is answer? It is 50. So it means that the value of this one is 50. Is it not too easy? Okay, when you see this one, it is very difficult. Maybe you will think it's very difficult, but it's very easy. How you think logically, that is this one. Okay, so that is question number 3.3. so that's the end of this lesson. So I hope you understand this November 2014 sequence and series. We will continue this sequence and series in another lesson. So keep on watching, and those who are watching my channel for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe, and if you like my lessons, please click on the like button and share. Okay, thank you very much. See you on the next class.